Okay, so last time we managed to get this little program working that was converting normal numbers, we'll call them for now, or Arabic numbers, into Nepali numbers. And so far it's working fine. Now I want to make this as part of a bigger program. So what I actually want to do is I want to take some of this stuff and make it into a function. So functions are subprograms that we can reuse again and again. And whenever we call the name, so in this case it's going to be Arabic and Nepali. So whenever I call that function, and that's going to take the number in as a parameter, it's going to do whatever I say in there. So let's print test, just so you can see what's going on in that one. So we print test. Now were I to, in my program, after I do the Nepali number, call Arabic Nepali, it should print test at the end. Oops, Arabic Nepali, oops, sorry, I forgot to give it a number in. See, because I've got something in the brackets here, I must have something in the brackets down here, even though I'm not using it yet. Okay, so see how it's printing test here. So it's printing it after I've done this. So whenever I write this, I'm effectively taking this code and putting it down here. Okay, so now I want to take out my conversion part and I want to put it into my function up here. If I can use the right print bits, there we go. Control X, there we go. There we go. And get the indentation right. So now, I'm going to get rid of that testing. So now, when I do this, it should run that. Which is great in theory, but isn't going to work. Oops. 3, 4. Can't access local variable Nepali number. But I've said Nepali number here, and I made Nepali number here. It doesn't like it. So what we have to remember with functions and procedures is that our main program is one thing, and that our other program, our sub-program, in this case Arabic Nepali, is a different thing. Now I can give it values by passing them as parameters and returns. So that's going to be a return. I'm going to give that out of the program over here instead of printing it. Okay, so that's to go in, it's a parameter, goes in the brackets with the function call, and to come out, it goes in a return value. Brackets, no brackets, should work either way. Okay, now what it's saying is, I don't know what the Nepali number is. And that's because it's part of our main program, it's not part of our subprogram. So our options would be to put it in as a parameter when we do it here. I think that's very annoying. There we go. Like that. But actually, do I need the Nepali number in my main program? No, I don't. So what I'd be better doing is just actually putting that up into here. And just get rid of it from here altogether. Okay, so cut it out of my main program, make it something separate. And so now we're going to return the number. Now, I suspect this is still not going to work because I've got these arrays here, and I'm trying to use them up there. I think it's not going to like, but let's just see. Try again. Where you can actually see the output. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it didn't crash. So what if I were to print the answer here? Okay, so now this is working, which is fantastic, but you'll see Python has just been really weird. So when it came to Nepali number, it didn't use something from the main, but when it came to Nepali num, it was quite happy to use it. Why is this? I don't know. Ask the people who made Python. For other languages, you could not use any of these up here. Okay, so I'm not sure what. It seems to be random to some extent as to which I can use up there and which I can't. Now, for our exams, we've got to be specific. So if we want to use something up there, we could either pass it in as a parameter, so say in the Nepali num over here, and it would then become part of our program up there. And I'd say this is the more formal and correct way to do it when you're working in programming, at least in industry. However, I would also say that in a lot of the exams, they do things as globals. Okay, especially if you're going on to A-level. They seem to quite like globals. So what is a global? A global variable or a global array is one that can be accessed by everything, all the functions and all the other stuff. Now again, Python's a bit strange. Normally I would do this when I created the array. I'd say it's global. Python works a bit differently from other languages, and that rather than saying when I want to use it from the main globally, I put it in the individual functions I want to use it as a part of. So I do the global up here. So that's saying make this global number available up here. Do I need pronoun? No, I don't. Do I need the numbers? No, I don't. Okay, so now, theoretically, well, it works because we've seen it working, even though it shouldn't have done, and it's converting our thing. And that's using a function call here. Now, why does it print, when we print this, why does it print in the poly number? Well, because that's the effect of the return value. The return value makes this statement equal to whatever the return value was. Okay, so that is actually equal to the return value, which is going to work out in our program over here. Okay, and that's how we could create a simple function for this program as well. And so, yay. Okay, let's go on from there.